This is the Mindful Movement CD. The point of mindful movement is to slow down and pay careful attention to the body as it moves in different ways. The point is not to exercise the body or to develop more strength or flexibility. The point is simply to pay attention to the body and the mind as it engages in small movements. For this activity, you should follow along with my instructions as best you can, doing only what you feel capable of at this moment, and avoiding anything that doesn't seem to be right for you at this time. Let your own sensitivity to your body be your guide and override anything in my instructions that suggests a position that is difficult or painful for you. As you continue to practice these movements in a way that is comfortable for you, you may notice that what feels right for you can change from day to day, hour to hour, or even minute to minute. In the process of developing a deeper awareness and sensitivity to your body and how it moves, you're noticing many small things that you may not have paid attention to. And you're noticing how your body sensations and awareness is always changing. We're not trying to force ourselves to be different from how we are right now. Just like we pay attention to the breath without trying to change it, we're also paying attention to the body as it makes small movements without trying to make it do anything particular or change it in any way. The best results will be achieved by not trying to do anything at all, even relax. It's just enough to simply do what I say as best you can, paying full attention to the exact sensations of your body in each moment. If any movement is producing the sensations of tingling or pulling or tugging, pins and needles, prickling, hot feelings, or penetrating, or anything else, you might wish to notice that and then back off or stop that particular movement for now. You might ask yourself, what am I having in this sensation right now? What is this sensation in my knee, my back, or my leg? Exactly where is it? What qualities does it have? Is my mind reacting to it or responding to it? If you wish to skip something we might be doing, just try assuming a comfortable posture, closing your eyes, and visualizing or sensing yourself doing what I'm describing in as much detail as possible. So now let's go to the seated mindful movements. Let's begin by settling down in a chair, making yourself comfortable as best you can, and bringing your attention to how you're sitting in the chair and where your body makes contact with the chair. Sitting with your legs uncrossed and your feet flat on the floor. Your lower back can be supported by the back of the chair, making a stable base for your upper body. You might imagine lengthening the spine with an inhale while remaining stable in your seat. And gently exhaling for a long or longer than the inhale breath. Your spine is lengthened, but it's not stiff. Gently guiding your chest to be slightly lifted, and let gravity allow your shoulders to drop down away from your ears. Your head is centered, balanced comfortably between your shoulders. Allowing the crown of your head to be lifted toward the ceiling and your chin to be lowered slightly. Now, intentionally adjusting your body this way allows you to take on a dignified sitting posture. And just bringing your attention to your breathing at your belly, the abdomen expanding on the in-breath and deflating on the out-breath, as if you had a little balloon in your belly and it was just expanding and deflating gently of its own accord. Allow the inhale and the exhale to be about the same length, or the exhale can be a little longer than the inhale. You're not forcing it, you're just paying attention to it. And allowing the eyes to be gently closed at this point, if you feel comfortable with that. And just allowing any residual strain, stress, or tension left over from what you've been doing to leave the body on each out-breath. And on the in-breath, just breathing in a sense of vitality and lightness and renewed energy. Let's begin now on an in-breath, just taking a breath in, and as we do, raising the arms up either straight out in front of you, or if your shoulders feel tight, you could bend at the elbows. Either way, raising your arms slowly to chest level, moving the arms up for the entire duration of the in-breath, so that it is a slow and purposeful movement. And when your arms are directly out in front of your chest, if it feels comfortable for you, just holding them there for a breath or two. Whatever's comfortable for you. And notice the sensations right through the fingertips, reaching outwards, the wrists and the elbows, the armpits, the shoulders, the rib cage, the entirety of your upper body engaged in holding your arms up. Notice the sensations and perhaps any differences between your right and your left arm. And then on the next out breath, if you haven't done so already, just letting the arms slowly, mindfully come back down so that you're in touch with them all the way. Even though your eyes are closed, paying careful attention to the sensations in your arms, and at a certain point, just experiencing them, making contact with your thighs or your knees, and just allowing your palms to rest there gently as you experience the muscles of your upper body and arms relaxing and letting go as your thighs take on the work of holding them up. And now just coming back in your attention to your belly and to the flow of breathing. Full attention on each in-breath for its entire duration, and full attention on each out-breath for its entire duration. A willingness to be present totally right now with what you're doing, with what you're experiencing and sensing at this moment. And now when you're ready, slowly raising or shrugging your shoulders so that they move upwards toward your ears, just like you're slowly bringing them into a shrug. Always respecting your own limits, noticing any tension that this movement creates across your shoulders and in your neck, and just bringing your attention to these sensations, noting them as pure sensation. And when you're ready, just slowly allowing your shoulders to return to a relaxed position again, coming back to your dignified sitting posture, and allowing your body just to relax and let go, experiencing the wave of relaxation that flows through the back of the neck, the shoulders, and the body as a whole, and ultimately leaves with the out-breath as the muscles let go from having done some contracting, as they release and lengthen. And being willing to be present, noticing the thoughts that flip through your mind and the content of them, maybe telling you what you should be doing, what you should do next, maybe thinking about the future or about the past. And whatever they are, just letting those thoughts come and go through the mind without being particularly disturbed or distracted by them, or in fact, giving them any energy at all. And instead, just focusing on your experience with the present and the fact that you're here now, sitting here, nourishing yourself in this way and freeing yourself from tension and stress. If you do notice some intense sensations at any point, either back off or stop the movement for now. Or if you simply notice an intense sensation that's not even part of the movement, perhaps just directing your breath to those regions in particular each time you breathe in, and on the out breath, just letting go of those sensations in those regions and letting them or imagining them flow out with the out breath. And now, on an out breath, mindfully and with your full attention, bringing your arms up so that they come to rest across your chest, noticing the sensations in your shoulders, and allowing your upper back to be slightly rounded, and just breathing here in this position. If you feel comfortable, you might like to stretch the arms and shoulders a little further, reaching them back so that you give yourself a hug, just squeezing the arms gently, lovingly around your body, and just breathing naturally as you hold yourself in this way. Breathing here until your body tells you to stop. Listening to the messages your body gives you about what your limits are and where you need to stop or even back off. And if you feel comfortable doing so, just staying in this position for a breath or two and experiencing the sensations a little more deeply than you might ordinarily. And when you're ready, just opening the shoulders and the chest and allowing your hands to rest back comfortably on your thighs or your knees once more. And bringing your attention back to your breathing, the belly expanding gently on the in-breath and falling back toward the spine on each out-breath, riding the waves of the breath, moment by moment. And now we'll do some standing mindful movements. On an in-breath with your eyes open, gently raise yourself off the chair to come to a standing position if that's comfortable for you. Bringing your attention to the sense of contact your feet make with the floor, and just playing with rocking slowly back and forth on your feet. Experimenting first with slightly shifting your weight to the toes and balls of the front of your feet, and then mindfully allowing your weight to shift onto your heels. It's a very subtle movement, and allowing the breath to occur naturally as you do this, not forcing it in any way. Let's begin by standing upright, being comfortable, and bringing your attention to how you're standing, where your body makes contact with the floor. Stand upright with your arms by your sides and the palms slightly open. Don't lean forward or backward. Keep your head squarely between your shoulders. Distribute your weight evenly between both feet and keep your knees and hips and shoulders aligned as best you can. Your spine is lengthened but not stiff. Gently guiding your chest to be slightly lifted, and let gravity allow your shoulders to drop down away from your ears. Your head is centered, balanced comfortably between your shoulders, and just allowing any residual strain, stress, or tension left over from what you've been doing to leave the body on each out-breath. With the in-breath, just breathing in a sense of vitality and lightness and renewed energy. And now on an in-breath, just taking a breath in as we do it, raising both the arms out to your sides and then overhead with your palms facing each other. Gaze straight out and stretch your arms and torso up, as is comfortable for you, toward the ceiling. Always using your own body as a guide to tell you how far or how little to stretch. Exhale and slowly lower your arms back to your sides with an awareness of your body and the movement. Breathe in and out, and just stand with the arms by your side and pay attention to the sensations. Keep your attention on your body, what's moving, what's stretching, what it feels like, what's happening in your body right now. What sensations do you notice? Let everything else fade to the background. Now breathe in and raise both arms up to shoulder level, with your arms extended and the palms facing outward. Exhale and slowly lower your arms back to your sides with full attention. Slowly breathing in and out. Always taking a couple of mindful breaths between each stretch. Letting everything go on each exhale. Let every part of your body that can be relaxed, be relaxed. Next, breathing naturally, bring your right arm up overhead, stretching toward the ceiling. You might also be simultaneously lifting your left heel just a bit, keeping the toes of the left foot on the ground. If you don't want to lift your left heel, that's fine. Slowly release your arm, return to the standing pose. Repeat on the other side. Breathing, naturally bring your left arm up overhead, stretching a bit toward the ceiling. And you might be simultaneously lifting your right heel while keeping the toes of your left foot on the ground. Slowly releasing and returning to the standing pose. Taking some mindful breaths and relax. If you feel comfortable with it, while you're standing there, perhaps shifting your weight from side to side just a little bit, so that your right foot bears a little more of your body weight, and then rocking to the other side, so that your left foot bears a little bit more of your body weight. And just noticing the sensations of your entire body, the movement of your feet and ankles, up through your knees and hips, all the way up to the gentle sway of your upper body, shoulders and head. Just moving and exploring your body in this way at your own pace, gently working at your own limits and listening to the messages of your own body. Now breathe in deeply and raise both arms up to shoulder level with your arms extended and palms facing upward. Exhale and slowly lower your arms back to your sides, paying attention to those sensations. Slowly breathe in and out. Take a couple of mindful breaths between each stretch. Let everything go on each exhale. Let every part of your body that can be relaxed be relaxed. And now, when you're ready, slowly returning to your seated position. And we'll finish by simply focusing our attention on sitting here, allowing the eyes to close if you're comfortable with it, and noticing once more the wave-like movements of our breathing at the belly. And as we sit here, just letting go of the thoughts and memories of what we've done, what we've asked our body to do up to this point, and just paying attention to being right here, right now, centered and focused, riding the waves of each in-breath, and on each out-breath, letting go and sinking deeper into the chair and into a state of relaxed stillness. And in this stillness, noticing things as they are. The experience of your body as a whole, and of the sensations in your body as pure sensation without interpretation. As this practice comes to an end now, you might want to take a moment to give yourself some credit and acknowledge having taken the time to do this, and recognize that by doing it with care and attention, as we've been practicing, that it complements and amplifies the natural healing process of our bodies. And just now, experiencing in this stillness the fullness and depth of each moment, sitting here completely relaxed and at one with yourself right now, centered and balanced as your life continues to unfold from moment to moment.